The newest season of Marvel Snap, the Fantastic Four First Steps season, well, that's a mouthful, based off of the movie Fantastic Four First Steps, is here. Sadly, instead of talking about the new card, the season pass card of Mr. Fantastic, or the new Spotlight, snap pack card of Herbie, I'm instead talking about this card that I don't even own, Fantasticar, because of the whole fiasco related to it, and how some people are quite frustrated with Second Dinner based on what has happened with Kid Omega and the communication related to that, and the general direction that monetization is going in Marvel Snap. If you don't know, the Fantasticar is a new card. It's a 4/7. Its ability is an activate, which gives your end-of-turn cards +2 power. There's a lot of end-of-turn cards that can be quite powerful, but it also synergizes extremely well with the cards this season because outside of Sue Storm, they are all end-of-turn cards. Every single one of the Fantastic Four cards are end-of-turn cards. And even Invisible Woman, although not an end-of-turn card, she's an activate as well. She affects end-of-turn cards. So again, very, very synergistic with the season. The problem that people have with it is that it costs $10 extra on top of the $10 price of the season pass. It is locked behind this super premium season pass that people have. Typically in Marvel Snap, you pay your $10 for the premium season pass and you get your season pass card. Merlin last season or Mr. Fantastic this season. You could pay, for the longest time, they have had this super premium season pass where you could pay a $10 additional, so $20 in total, and have some other cosmetics. For a long time, it was borders, and you'd get variants. Like last season, I think it was a Scarlet Witch variant, right? So it wasn't a new card, it was just another variant. All cosmetic value. This season is the first season and the first time that there is an additional card put behind that paywall of an additional $10. Some people are calling it a $20 card. I think that that's quite inaccurate. That's actually why I put out a poll. And if I pull up the poll that I have, it looks like 60% of people agree with me that it's a $10 card, not a $20 card. Which I agree with that. Like, you're paying the $10 for the season pass, you're paying $10 additional for a super premium season pass. And so whichever, the semantics of the price aside, people are frustrated that there is another card that is now paywall. Like, more cards are entering the game, card pool is increasing even faster now, and we're having to pay for it. Here's the good news. There are no Series 4 cards seasonally that are released this season, which, thank heavens, there were so many released last season. So what do I think about the Fantasticar Fiasco? Do I think that it's, Second Dinner's greedy monetization practices and them being evil? What do I think about it? Am I going to purchase the Fantasticar? Do I think other people should purchase it? Should you purchase it? Do I think that it's a good card? All of those things. How does it affect the state of the game? Overall, the state of the game seems rather down, and this seems like just another kick while you're down thing. I think that this was coming at any other time in the game. It could have been received rather well, actually, because value-wise, $10 for a new card is the best value Marvel Snap has priced for cards you can pay for. And so here's another opportunity to get a card synergistic for the season for the value of $10. If they are going to paywall more cards, this is the best, most affordable way to do it. And for that reason, I'm a fan of it. However, it's coming after the fiasco of Kid Omega, where people felt like Second Dinner wasn't communicating. They felt like Second Dinner was being really aggressive in their monetization. And now this is a follow-up to that. The monetization is more aggressive this way. They've paywalled another card, putting even more FOMO into the card, making it feel like it's another resource that they don't have, another thing that they have to pay for. And then the communication was horrible. I think the communication is just an absolute failure from Second Dinner. They have failed their marketing to convince me that the Fantasticar is something that I should buy. And I'm going to circle back to this whole communication topic in a second. And Second Dinner, if someone is watching, I would love, and I got to say this the right way, because I'm on the side of the community. I'm on the side of my viewers. I'm on the side of the people who are frustrated. And my opinion on this card will be pretty clear for myself. But speaking to Second Dinner directly, if you would like some help creating communication to the community about new monetization practices that you're going to make, hit me up. I would love to help you, because you can do this. Like, you can make those decisions. My opinion is that this is not Second Dinner being super greedy, super aggressive in their monetization. It's just capitalism. If you work for any business, you understand that the need is always to release more products and earn more revenue and pay more for those and earn more for those products. Demand is high. I also think that it's interesting that mobile games earn a lot of money, and I imagine that paying for mobile games is expensive. I don't know the cost of servers. I don't know the cost of developers. I don't know how expensive it costs to run the Second Dinner team. But, you know, like, I think that there's this huge disconnect that, like, Second Dinner is just raking in buckets and buckets and buckets of money, and they're just, you know, milking us for everything that they're worth. But, like, there is a very real calculation of revenue earned and expenses, and, like, just generally in the U.S. economy everywhere, expenses are rising for every company on everything. It is a tough time to be a producer of products, digital or physical. Expenses and costs are increasing. So I don't think that this is Second Dinner being super greedy and trying to milk the community for every cent that they have. I think it's just business. I think it's just capitalism. And it has come with the worst communication at the worst time possible for Second Dinner. And that is the issue that I have. I don't know if I'm going to purchase the Fantasticar. It's cool. It's very, very synergistic with the other cards this season. I feel like as a creator, I have to purchase the card to make videos about it. I don't know. I think I'm going to wait until the end of the season, not purchase it. I'd prefer to save my $10. I don't really care for the borders. I do like cosmetics in the game, but I prefer to save my $10. And when this card is going to be most relevant, this is actually kind of cool. When this card is going to be most relevant, most usable, the Fantasticar, is at the end of the season when these other Fantastic Four first step cards have released, and we have more end of turn cards that are going to benefit from the Fantasticar. The cool thing is, you can wait for the season to end and purchase the Fantasticar using tokens in the Series 4 pack, which is probably what I'm going to do, because you'll miss out on maybe 2 weeks of the Fantasticar being an impactful card. And then after that, you can get them without paying for it. And that's probably what I'm going to do. I don't know. We'll see how things change based on the needs that I feel related to making content. If I was just a player, I'd probably just wait. I am generally under the opinion that it is a good move for Second Dinner to adjust Marvel Snap to not be a collection complete game. And as part of that, their communication and their monetization needs to be different. And I think monetizing a card that is very synergistic and valuable for $10 additional does that in a good way. It's able to inject cards in a way that people can get easily. I know, like, you know, free to play versus money. Like, the definition of easy is complicated there, but easily they can get without it being like a necessity, and with it also being affordable to some extent. I think that the game and the players of the game would be much healthier if we were able to move on from this culture of being collection complete. And so maintaining that culture and having the huge fallout of Kid Omega, the Fantasticar being released for $10 additional, just feels like an insult. It feels like a kick in the teeth when you're already down, because you just already feel that Second Dinner is preventing you from doing the thing you want to do in the game, to be collection complete, to have the stuff. And now they're making you pay $10 more to have the stuff, to have those things, and then it's a frustrating experience. I don't think that it's a problem for them to release the card. I don't think that if someone wants to spend $10 additional on a game that they enjoy, like, let them spend their money on the game. Like, it's their money, they earned it. Let them spend it. And I don't think that $10 is an aggressive price for an additional card. Now, if they take the $20 price to get one card, I'll have a problem. But getting two cards for $10 each at $20, I think is reasonable. But the communication, particularly the communication after it happening with the Kid Omega fallout, is where I'm really just frustrated. Like, can't we just have a good time playing Marvel Snap? I'm frustrated that I'm making a video about this. I'm frustrated that other people are frustrated. Like, I give Second Dinner the benefit of the doubt from what I've seen the most out of, like, anyone. I generally think that they're trying to do a good job to care for their community and build a game. Like I get the sense that the people who make this game deeply care about it, and they know that monetization is a part of the game that is necessity, and to some players is viewed as a necessary evil. And so I think that they have a desire to balance that while also running a business and making money. And I think that this super premium season pass was inevitable. I saw it coming, and I think it's reasonable, and I think it's a good move for the health of the game and the health of the players to move away from this collection complete culture that people have, and to get the meta more diverse as people play more cards and have access to more cards and access to cards that create things differently. And if you want to eject those cards into the game, people have got to move on from this idea that they have to have every card. I will say people have left some good comments on my videos when I've talked about this and how I think the game should move away from being collection complete. And I get it, especially now as the state of the game is kind of in a lackluster position and the meta is very much just chasing whatever the top content creator, best meta deck is. It's very stale and very boring. And if you are trying to climb to achieve goals competitively in the game, you feel a necessity to do that. That requires you to have the resources to follow. Or for the sake of having fun, you want to do something different. You want to be imaginative. You want to be creative. You want to be unique. That also requires you to have resources. So I get that a lot of enjoyment of the game requires you to have the stuff that the game wants you to have. I totally get that. But I do think that there's an unnecessary attitude related to being collection complete. And I think that that's where most of the frustration comes with Fantasticar. It's another card that you have to pay $10 for. No, it's another card that if you want, you can pay $10 for. And I think that my feeling about this is much differently because I played Marvel Snap. I've never been a card gamer. I've never really been much of a mobile gamer before. I played Marvel Snap because Corridor Crew animators reacted to an ad that was made about Marvel Snap. And I thought the ad was so cool that I was like, wow, respect to whoever made this. Whatever company is going to promote their mobile game with this type of art, I'm going to go support. Let me download the game and see what it's all about. Like I will, as someone who cares about marketing, for someone who cares about filmmaking, I'm going to vote with my dollars, so to speak. Like I'm going to act the way you want me to after seeing this material that you made because I like the material that you made, if that makes any sense. So I downloaded Marvel Snap and I fell in love and I thought, wow, this is really, really cool. And for the longest time, I played completely free to play. I never once felt the need to buy the season pass. It was just one of those things like, wow, cool. I wish I had the money to do that. I don't have the money to do that. I'm just going to enjoy what I have. However, that changed when Kate Bishop was released. Kate Bishop is one of my favorite characters. I thought the card was extremely cool. And all of a sudden, this FOMO was like too much for me. And, the tipping point happened and I started spending money on the game. And here we are. I've spent who knows how much now. And now I'm spending my time making videos about it. But I never, anyway, that's a different topic. But I think that perspective that, this is just a game that you're playing on your phone. You don't need everything. I don't know why that is so lost to people. And it makes me sad. So to get back to what I'm saying, that this has been all over the place. This is such a ramble. I don't want to make videos like this. But these are the videos that people engage with, sadly. The community is in a position where, especially for smaller creators, engagement is down on videos, and it's really hard to get people to engage in content related to the game. I also feel like in-game, I'm playing against the same people more frequently and playing against bots more. It's a tough time to be a Marvel Snap player, honestly. And so I have an interest as a creator to make content that people are interested in and to help them find me. I'm trying to do marketing for my own channel, so to speak. But more than that, I care about the players. And I know that people are frustrated. I know that people are looking at Fantasticar and feeling cheated by Second Dinner. I know that people are looking at Fantasticar and the Super Premium Season Pass and feeling like Second Dinner is out to get them, that Second Dinner is being evil, that Second Dinner is being unfair. They feel like something that they love, they're having to give up. And there's a lot of emotion and turmoil related to this emotion of feeling like something you have enjoyed and loved is no longer what you beholded it to be. And now you need to make some decision about continuing with it or not. And that's a tough decision. To me, it kind of feels like when you're in a relationship with somebody that you really, really love, but then they do something to cross a line. And suddenly you're in this scenario where you think, do I continue this relationship or not? Because they crossed the line, but I really like them. And if you've ever been in that relationship, that's the feeling that I see online that people are having related to Marvel Snap right now. And I just wish people didn't have to have that. I wish that we could get, more than anything, I feel like the Kid Omega and the monetization was absurd, and I will continue to say that was too far and horrible, and it failed in communication. This Super Premium Fantasticar Season Pass thing, I think it's reasonable monetization that I'm not excited about, but if they're going to if they have a need to monetize the game, this is the way to do it, type of thing. However, the communication is horrible. Again, Second Dinner, if you are interested in getting help or working with creators to communicate to your community in a way that they can receive, reach out to me. I genuinely do this for my full-time job. Communicating with your customers is an extremely important thing to do and shows them that you respect them and that you value them and that you're not taken for granted or being taken advantage of. And yeah, sure, you don't comment about information that is data mined. Okay, so talk about it in a way that you're revealing stuff to us. You're not addressing what's data mined. You're addressing the insider knowledge that you have. Like there's so many different ways that the Fantasticar could have been communicated and could have gotten me as a consumer of the game excited about the card. I mean, I was really holding. I sent a message to my alliance today. I was on my lunch break, and it was right before the daily reset. And this is what I said to my alliance. You know, we were talking about like what's going to happen. We were saying we were just kind of talking about how it's kind of a bummer. You know, the state of Marvel Snap is frustrating. I said I'm really bothered that they didn't confirm or deny the Super Premium Pass speculation, and my potential spending is still up in the air depending on how that goes in their blog today, assuming they will at least address it there. And so then 40 minutes before daily reset and seasonal reset happened, I said that the next 40 minutes are going to be slow. I'm on a lunch break. Feels like my fate is being decided. I really felt like I was waiting for the blog to be reassured that they could communicate. I was fine that the Fantasticar was going to be a Super Premium Pass card. And I'm just going to wait to get him with my tokens at the end of the season, most likely, unless something changes. But what I wanted was to feel like I was cared about as a customer of the game, and that just didn't happen. And I'm just frustrated that the communication is the way it is. Even if we didn't have the fiasco and the fallout and the poor mentality and poor emotional state that the game and the community is in related to Kid Omega and all the things related to monetization that this Fantasticar Fiasco is in line with. Even if we didn't have that, if you just needed to communicate that there was going to be a new monetization practice in Marvel Snap and that it was a super premium season pass where you could get an additional card, you did not excite me about that. You could have written a paragraph about why you chose to do that, how it's going to benefit the game, how it aligns to your direction for the game, and how your direction for the game is aligned to my feeling of the direction the game should be in to a player. Instead, we got one sentence, literally one sentence, saying we're injecting more value into the season pass with the Series 4 card, the Fantasticar. It just feels insufficient. I feel neglected. And it's just, I don't want to feel that way. I don't want other people to feel that way. I just want to play Marvel Snap, and I want to feel like I don't have to address stuff related to Marvel Snap, that I can just play the game. And I'm frustrated that we're in this position. So thanks for listening to my ramblings. I don't have an objective here besides saying I don't think you should get the card if you don't want it. Like, don't feel FOMO pressured into it. And I also think that, hey, if you're pretty excited that you're going to get another card for $10 and you're excited about that value, enjoy your $10 extra spent. Like, enjoy that. Sincerely, I mean that. The objective of this is more so that my brain is having a hard time recording my video about the deck I'm making for Mr. Fantastic because I just keep thinking about this fiasco with the Fantasticar. So I had to sit down and just get it off of my mind. Whatever. Thanks for watching. If you made it to the end of the video, I have a goal to release 28 videos and reach 2,800 subscribers in the month of July because I'm turning 28 in the month of July. So if you appreciate the hustle, appreciate the content, or just want to support whatever it is, a subscribe would greatly help. If you're already subscribed, leave a like on the video. That helps it perform, help other people find it. And thanks for watching. And I don't know. Hopefully we're done making videos like this. In fact, I'm just going to choose to be done making videos like this and just focus on the gameplay because I'm excited for the cards that are coming out this season. Thanks for watching. I appreciate every single one of you more than I can express. You all mean a lot to me. Thanks for watching.